feeling like I'm academics.
People that comes back around, I think Nicki gets age shamed a bit, and that's what she used to do to Lil' Kim. However, her issues with Lil' Kim, again, I don't know the full context of it, but I'm not mad at somebody who said, "Man, I'm not sending no hate to that woman, but I don't want to be cool with her. We don't got to have a kumbaya moment. We don't have to have oh, okay, let's bring him out on stage. We don't have to have that type of moment." And I'm completely fine with Nicki Minaj having that opinion, right? I'm pretty sure that Lil' Kim is in her own world at this point. She don't necessarily need Nicki Minaj, nor do Nicki Minaj need her. I think we got to stop normalizing people having to give some type of fairy tale story ending. No, sometimes people don't get along, and the best way to move forward is to leave that person out of your life, or just leave that person out of your story. You know what I mean? So clearly that's what Nicki's choosing to do. I don't see Nicki still dissing her. I don't see her still talking about Nicki. So if Nicki's spirit don't agree with it and don't want to be cool with her, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? You don't gotta. And also, I think Nicki probably looks at it like this: like, you know, Lil' Kim's a legend, of course, but like, Nicki's still relevant in the now. I think that she might be like, man, I'm not trying to help that woman get back in the now conversation. She's a legend overall, but no, I'm good. Again, you can't be mad at Nicki. And also, I think Deb, even though I think her talking about writing that long ass message to Deb was her just trying to smoke signal to Lil' Kim if she thought that she was down with it. Like, no, I'm not. But I think that's the respect she has for Deb. I think anybody else is fired. Anybody else would get fired by Nicki instantly. But her and Deb has a long-standing relationship from back in the, you know what I mean, the hanging around 10, 17 days and Deb Anthony's situation with that. So I think that's why she kind of gives her some grace, even though she called her out like, yo, please, like, be careful. You're with me now. Anything you say, they're going to think you're talking for me, which half of these bitches I don't fuck with. So, hey, Nicki's the boss. You got to let it rock. You know what I'm saying? All right. Alrighty then. Am I missing anything? I feel like I've pretty much hit all the topics. We're pretty much at like 7 hours now. Saweetie talks about why she hates the Nepo baby narrative when it comes to her career. I hate the Nepo baby narrative. It splits the faces of the child who grew up spending barely time with her parents because she was too busy hustling to try to make ends meet. Also, I think Saweetie, the college girl, would have had a wealthy family pay for her tuition and boarding so she could blah, blah, blah. Saying I'm privileged ignores the girls that risked her safety rented off rooms off Craigslist because she believed in herself enough to stay at an expensive city while everyone's telling her to move at home. Yo, with all due respect, and Saweetie, I'm gonna say this in the nicest way possible. You ain't had no goddamn fucking struggle coming up. And I mean, obviously you had to put work in, but like, I think when people are thinking about struggle, and I don't know if this is from some LeBron James son going into league thing that everybody's talking about nepotism. I don't think Saweetie doesn't have a story. Let me not say when I say struggle, like you got to be like desolate and poor, but for the most part, man, you know, man, it's hard for me to listen to Saweetie talking about her privilege. Like, yo, Saweetie, man, you got so much shit going for you. You got pretty privilege. You have all type of privilege that's working for you. Listen, when an ugly nigga, like, put it like this, you know who probably had to struggle, man? An ugly nigga like Young Thug. Real talk. Like, did you see Young Thug? That nigga had 5 rotten teeth, missing half a gum. That nigga was like missing his jawline. That nigga looked fucked up. If you looked at Young Thug, if somebody could tell me he'd be fucking bitches like Mariah the Scientist and Jerica Carle and be one of the biggest artists in the world, that's struggle, okay? That nigga looked like he had about like $3.48 to his goddamn name before he got famous. You were the baddest bitch at your goddamn college. Even if you didn't survive in rap or make it to be like some type of rap star, Saweetie, some rich nigga would have wiped you up. Like, you'd have still been good. Young Thug would have been literally probably dead on the side of the road if somehow he didn't make it out of that. Look at this. Young Thug 2011 in the hood. Let's like, look at this.
He said he do it. Hold on. Let me wind it out. Hey, Bob, I get on in there.
Come on, bro.
Hold on. My nigga.
You brought out right here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, you check him out now. Only nigga I know take cameras and walk up.
Listen, guys, this is what he doing. He's on his phone.
Come on, man. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's struggle, bro. Like, I remember him with fucked up teeth and shit like that. Like, where's the other footage? Yeah, no, that's after he got on. There's one with him in the hood. There's one with Young Thug in the hood looking real fucked up, bro. Look at this shit. Like, come on, bro. Young Thug had a face only a mother could love. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is struggle. Like, get out of here, sweetie. With all due respect, girl, like, we happy for you, man. But some could make the point, and some do make the point, that they believe you're more looks than talent. So, like, you know what I mean? They're not over here looking at you like, oh, my God, you had to struggle a lot. Like, yo, you had some good things going for you. Young Thug was an ugly motherfucker. Barely could be coherent. Barely could talk. Look stupid as fuck. You know what I mean? Teeth rotten as hell. The nigga, like, literally is green. I mean, yo, for him to make it, that's what struggle is, if you ask me. And by the way, I'm not saying it's a diss Thug. I'm just telling you, that nigga came from, like, the bottom. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be the bad bitch walking around your campus who is going to get, like, a nigga that's rich anyway, and then you happen to be, like, some type of mid-tier or even low-tier rap artist as a female and talking about the struggle. You ain't got no goddamn struggle. What the fuck? This is struggle right here, man. Come the fuck up. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like, this is struggle. Most of the rappers, you know, like, you ever seen Gucci Mane? Like, there's an old video of Gucci Mane before it got on. Come on, it got a face only a mother could love. Ugly as shit, dirty t-shirt, you know what I mean? Breath look like it stink through the camera, you know what I mean? Like, come on, like, that's struggle. So, like, it's hard for me to see, like, a female rapper that jump into this. Like, most of these female rappers I get on, I'm not saying all, like, half of the reason y'all even on is because y'all looks, which means God bless you from the get-go. God bless you as soon as you were born. Pretty. Your life is set already. We talking about a nigga who's just fucked up, looking ugly, gotta shoot niggas, gotta rob niggas, probably got shot 5 times. These niggas somehow gotta make it. This is a whole different type of struggle. So with all due respect to Saweetie, you get what I'm saying? Talking about, oh yeah, you know what I mean? I had to like, you know what I mean? Like, go work weird jobs to go pay for an apartment off campus and blah, blah. Okay. Got you. Okay. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't even know you were associated with the nepotism argument, right? In context of nepotism, the boss, Ricky Ross, talked about Bronny James. He said this.
Nepotism. Y'all make me sick. Every 2 years, y'all come up with a new word. The narrative. Toxicity. Toxic. Now it's nepotism. Nepotism. 85% of all you motherfuckers got a job by somebody you know, and that ain't even what I'm referring to. Lil Bronny a bigger star than 95% of the motherfuckers in the league, man. This big business. Lil Bronny will sell more Wingstop wings than anybody. 95% of the people that's in the motherfucking backup squads and all that shit. Y'all want to say nepotism. First niggas who want to get in the concert free. You niggas standing in line at the side door in the rain, and you want to say nepotism. Nepotism. Y'all, who was he supposed to play for? Phil Knight's son supposed to go and run Avia or get that Nike money? Y'all let me know. Bronny, as soon as you get out there on that court, make sure you throw that baby powder in the sky. And you run out there and do that leg pump. That's right. Who was he supposed to play for? Phil Knight's son supposed to go and...
Yeah, nah, I agree with Ross, but partially, though. Here's my problem when it comes to the NBA. The NBA is becoming almost like golf to a certain extent. You know what I mean? The only way these kids of former basketball players don't make it to the league is if they lose the genetic lottery, right? Like if Bronny, even if LeBron was LeBron's LeBron. If Bronny was 6'9", he would be the first round pick. Like, I mean, again, most of these, from what I've watched when it comes to basketball, like a lot of this shit is like, you know, at least when it comes to the draft, there is certain type of nepotism, and also, you know, oh, they play with these teams and these schools. You know what I mean? It kind of becomes almost like curated, where like the sons the sons of these athletes definitely kind of have like this advantage. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be. But I kind of worry about basketball in that aspect, because what happens to the kid who's in the park with no connections, and his only way of getting out of the hood is just balling. And again, I'm not one of the people who's saying Bronny, like I'm mad that Bronny's in the league, but we just got to think about it. What does happen in that situation where basically now the future drafts is, okay, we know we're going to get Steph Curry's son, we're going to get this guy's son, and it's kind of almost like we're going to just have the juniors and keep it in the family almost, more than, it being really one of the it's always been like a viable way for people to get out the hood. It still is, but there is a lot of, it's becoming more and more increasingly kind of almost curtailed to like the sons of like these former players. Sometimes they got the money and resources to give the proper training, put them in the right program, the right coaches, this and third, right? Have them run with the right squad that could kind of give them a leg up against the competition. And I mean, I can't knock the parents for doing it. Like, shit, that's what you're supposed to do for your kid. But I do worry about the kids that don't have those resources, because I don't think they're battling on the same playing field. But again, it's life. Basketball isn't necessarily supposed to be a I don't know, say it's a 0.001% chance. It's not supposed to be that for everybody equally. You know what I mean? You got to get it out you live in, and the true talent is going to rise to the top. And also, if you're like a son of somebody who was great and you make it into league and you suck, you're gonna get kicked out. You're not gonna go nowhere. So how much can we really complain about nepotism? Nepotism might put you and give you the start, put you in the spot, especially when it comes to merit-based sport like basketball, but it won't keep you there unless you're like Austin Rivers, which I think that story's been told a bunch, right? Okay. Hey, by the way, chat, if y'all are